Sweet cherry infused vinegar is a great addition to salads particularly. I like to use the vinegar itself as like a vinaigrette. And then the cherries are actually super good to add to the salad and put like some sesame seeds in there and any of your other favorite toppings. But the cherries add that little bit of zing because it'll have that vinegar with it. And sometimes I'll even add ranch to it too so that I have the creamy along with it. It's just kind of fun to play with, get different flavors. And it's another different way to use the sweet cherry as opposed to all of the jams and jellies and pie fillings, that kind of a thing, although those are nice too. I begin by removing all of the stems off of the cherries so that they're ready to be loaded into the hopper of my pitter. I then wash off any residue that's left over from the sprays, and I zest 1 lemon. Now I need to pit 4 cups worth of cherries. I really like this kind of a cherry pitter, but sometimes it will miss the pits, so it's important to pay attention. As I put my cherries into my measuring cup, I kind of squish them just to make sure that there's no pits still in there, because pits really ruin a cherry item. I feel like there's nothing like that surprise when your tooth hits something that you don't think should be there. And so while this does a pretty good job of catching the pits, occasionally there's one that it misses. Now I'll add 1 cup worth of white wine vinegar to my cherries, and I'll lightly mash them. I don't want it to be like as mashed as I would do for, say, a jam, but I do want them to be broken up just a little bit, and that's because I want those juices to mix with the vinegar. This is also a good time to watch for those pits to make sure that you didn't miss any. I've got one right here. So you can see, even though I've checked it twice, a 3rd time's a good idea. Now I'll add my cherry mixture to a 1/2 gallon jar, and then I'll add my zest from 1 lemon and 3 more cups of white wine vinegar. I'll place on my lid and then I'll shake it up. And then I'll place this in a cool, dark location like my pantry or a cupboard. And every 2 to 3 days, I'll grab it, and I'll shake it up again. And I want to do that for 4 weeks. Now that my cherries have fully infused in my vinegar, I'll strain them out using my husband's honey strainer. I really like this because I can place it on any pot, and it's adjustable, and so it works just fabulously that way. The goal is to get as much of the vinegar and juice out as possible, but not the cherries. And I just kind of move them around with a spatula on my strainer so that they can let all the juice and vinegar through. And I'll actually save all of these cherries because I can eat them on a salad and they actually taste really good. Now I'll place this on the stove and bring it up to 180 degrees. I don't want it to come to a boil because I would lose too much of the vinegar that way. Once it's the right temperature, take it off of the heat, and then I'll pour it into my pint-sized jars. I'll fill it up to 1/4 of an inch of headspace, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. I'll then use a clean, damp cloth to wipe off the rim of my jars. Then I'll place my lids and rings on until they're fingertip tight. I'm using superb canning lids today. I actually really like these. They do a wonderful job of sealing. They have this thick, squishy blue seal that seals up to 36 months as opposed to 18 months like my old lids did. And considering that home canned goods are good for up to 36 months, it just makes sense that my lids last as long as my food does. I have a link as well as a coupon code in my description below. Now I'll place these in my boiling water bath, submerged by 1 to 2 inches of water, and process them for 10 minutes if I'm at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll process them for 15. But I won't set my timer until after it begins to boil. Now, it's not strictly necessary for me to can my vinegar, especially if I'm making a small amount like I am today. A lot of times I'll just put it in the refrigerator and I'll use it over the next multiple months because it actually stays good for a very long time. But if I'm doing larger quantities, that's when I'll can it up like this. Now that my timer's gone off, I'll remove the lid, turn off the heat, and let it cool for 5 minutes. And then place the jars on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they can cool down quickly. I'll leave them there for 24 hours so that they can get a good seal. I can tell that they have a good seal if the center of the lid has depressed down. If it has, then I remove the rings, wash the outside with hot soapy water, and store them in a cool, dry, dark location like my pantry, and use them in the next 1 to 3 years. Honestly, with it being vinegar, it would probably be good for much, much longer than that, but that's kind of the general guidelines for how long canned goods are for. So I'm not usually a fan of taking vinegar straight, but for the purpose of the video, I really like to do a taste test. So it's kind of interesting because you get that vinegar taste that you would, of course, expect. But then you get that much more nuanced flavor of the cherries behind it.